was a great kid. She was just finding herself. She would never harm anybody. She didn't deserve to die this way.
He was a wonderful young man. What a terrible, terrible loss this is for everyone who knew him.
The Second Amendment states that a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. But our society today is different from that of the time when the Constitution was written. Now, supporting gun control measures is not about abolishing the Second Amendment, but it is about fighting to save innocent lives and stop gun violence. The majority of American people are concerned about their safety and therefore favor gun control. About 86% of people who own guns favor gun control legislation, and about 83% of people surveyed say that they do want attention to mental health programs. 57% favored a ban on high-capacity gun clips. Our president, Barack Obama, wants to straighten gun laws so that those who should not have guns or are not mentally stable don't get them.
First, it's time for Congress to require a universal background check for anyone trying to buy a gun, when as many as 40% of all gun purchases are conducted without a background check. That's not safe, that's not smart, it's not fair to responsible gun buyers or sellers. Second, Congress should restore a ban on military-style assault weapons and a 10-round limit for magazines. We should get tougher on people who buy guns with the express purpose of turning around and selling them to criminals. And we should severely punish anybody who helps them do this.
California Senator Diane wants strong gun control measures that she went as far as introducing a bill she called Assault Weapon Ban of 2013.
I was a mayor for 9 years. I walked in, I saw people shot. I've looked at bodies that have been shot with these weapons. I've seen the bullets that implode. In Sandy Hook, youngsters were dismembered. 2,271 weapons. Isn't that enough for the people in the United States?
Mr.
Do
Chairman?
they need a bazooka? Do they need other high-powered weapons that military people use to kill in close combat? I don't think so.
The intentions and fights of many interest groups show the American people's desire for strong gun control measures.
For instance, the Violence Policy Center approaches gun violence as a public health issue, and they advocate that firearms be held to the same health and safety standards that virtually all other consumer products must meet. Guns and tobacco are the only two consumer products for which there is no federal oversight for health and safety. The events that have taken place left a great impact on many individuals, leading to the formation of new interest groups such as Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America, consisting of American mothers who demand actions from legislation, state and federal, for new and strong solutions for gun violence, which they believe have jeopardized the safety of our children and families. Children's Defense Fund Safe Start is also another interest group which fights for gun controls. They believe that gun violence saturates our children's lives. They know that a child or teen dies or is injured from guns every 30 minutes. Therefore, they work to ensure that every child has a safety start through common sense gun safety laws. Dr. Allison Messina and a group of other doctors are also fighting for gun control. There have been way too many lives lost, and who can better explain this than the very nurses and doctors who treat those wounds? They want to do something to stop this, and they believe that strict gun legislations will help. They see gun violence as a public health crisis like the flu or cancer or heart disease, because more people die from a gun homicide in the United States every year than all the troops lost over a decade of war in Afghanistan and Iraq. The Supreme Court case, United States of America versus David Olofsson, was a case where David was convicted by a jury of knowingly transferring a machine gun. The Supreme Court declines to hear a further appeal. This case was among gun rights advocates which attracted many gun-owning Americans, but the court decision placed regulations on gun rights.
Making strict gun control laws doesn't mean abolishing the Second Amendment. It just means putting on regulations so that the safety of Americans could be kept for the future.